Sup guys, Triarius Wargaming here. So this year, the past few months have not been very productive for me paint-wise. I do have a few things to show you. I'll probably show you them once the project is actually completed, rather than showing you the in-process stuff I've got right now. Kind of a departure from my usual thing, but I got some cool stuff to show you soon. But I wanted to do my kind of year-end review. I don't think I'll get much done before the end of this year. But what I have really been working on this year is my fitness. And I know some of the other wargaming channels have been talking about mental health and physical fitness as well. So I wanted to show you my progress with physical fitness over the past year, basically. If you didn't know, I had a major surgery on my hip basically about 1 year from today, actually, or 1 year from, I think I got it on the 20th. So 20th of December, 2021. So it's been almost exactly a year since I had my hip surgery. All right, so here you can see the progress from June when I really first started lifting weights, kind of after doing a lot of my physical therapy, recovering from surgery. Basically very skinny, fat physique, no muscle at all. I felt incredibly weak, especially from all that time really not doing anything, laying in bed, getting the bed rest. I mean, I was having trouble like turning my steering wheel. And then you can see now put on a significant amount of muscle. Still a lot of work to go, but I'm going to kind of talk you through that process. All right, so to start, I wanted to show you kind of my physique when I was in college. So this was me about 19. You can see basically I only trained for my sport. I had very large quads and lats. But that was basically the only muscles I had developed. Was quite lanky and skinny. All right, so fast forward to about a year ago, coming out of surgery, I had a terrible injury to my wrist and then also my hip surgery. So both of those required a significant amount of time to recover from, where I basically did nothing athletic at all for several years. And then the hip surgery, of course, required lots of bed rest and basically very limited walking, etc. So I lost basically all my muscle mass that I had at that point. Extremely skinny fat, basically no muscle at all. And at this point, I was just feeling so weak going about my daily life. I just knew I needed to basically make a change because, I felt so pathetic. So here is the results after about a summer of training. So June, July, August, and September. These pictures were taken in September. You can see definitely looking a lot better at this point. Actually gained some muscle and leaned out a little bit. At this point, I was kind of on a slight deficit of calories, but eating lots and lots of protein. So I think that was, and I was also doing a lot of cardio as well, about 40 minutes a day, tons of walking. I was doing over 20,000 steps in addition to weight training 6 days a week, doing a push-pull legs routine. So I did gain muscle, but being on the caloric deficit, I was feeling really exhausted all the time, and I struggled to really actually make my lifts or improve on the lifts, even in a way that I was happy with. I was improve every couple weeks, but not at the rate I was hoping for, and felt very weak at the same time. All right, so here I am in November, kind of at the end of November. So you can see definitely put on quite a bit of muscle since that last update. Or that last shots in September. Specifically, mainly I've started to shift focusing mainly on the delts, which is going to be kind of the focus as well for the next couple months. I feel like delts and then my biceps and triceps are really the lagging muscles for me currently. My chest and lats, I feel like it's very easy for me to put on muscle onto those body parts. But for whatever reason, the biceps, triceps, and delts seem to be kind of lagging. So that is kind of the emphasis of my training going forward. So what I am planning on doing as well in February is a program called Super Squats, where you do 20 very intense squats before every workout 3 days a week. So currently, I'm just really enjoying going to the gym and doing my current programming. So I'm going to continue to do that until February. But this super squats program is one that people say you have to try at some point in your life. And it's supposed to add a lot of mass, but the downside is that you will dread doing it because it's very intense. But I do want to try it out. It's a 6-week program. All right, well, thank you for bearing with me. I know that's a big departure from my regular content. But yeah, my plan is I do want to do some fitness updates because that has been really my number one priority, getting back to health, basically. But yeah, I am going to be doing this program, I believe, in February, the super squats program. Up to this point, I've been doing the push-pull legs, which if you Google it, you will see what that means, which has been really working well for me. It enables me to train really 6 days a week because you're able to recover for each session. But going forward next year, the cardio, now that work has really picked up this winter, this is when I'm my busiest, most stressed. Cardio has totally dropped off. I've just been mainly focusing on the weights. For the new year, I do want to add in that cardio, even if it's just 20 minutes a day. And now it's snowing outside so much, and it gets dark super early. So the incentive to go on walks has been low as well, to say the least. So the goal is to add in some 20 minutes of that kind of moderate to intense cardio per day, and try and do more walks, and do hikes as well. So I'm thinking in February I'll start this super squats program, because I just am not in the mental place for it right now, and also lots of stuff at work and traveling, the holiday whatnot. So my plan is to kind of pick up that program after the holidays. So maybe I'll start it in January rather than February. But that is something that I do really want to document the progress, because it's supposed to be kind of this one-of-a-kind program. I know if you're probably not into the weightlifting, this is probably quite boring, but basically what it entails is you only train 3 days a week, weightlifting, where I'm doing 6 days a week right now, but you do the way you balance it out, you're never doing the same muscle 2 days in a row. So you have 2 days of rest for each muscle, at least. So this program is 3 days a week, but you're training the same muscles each day. But each day you start out by doing 20 squats, and basically for the number of squats the weight you can do for 10 reps in your usual sets, you usually do multiple sets of reps. So for what you usually do for about 10 reps, you just do that once, but you do it for 20 reps instead of 10 reps. And so obviously you kind of can't just bang it out. So it ends up taking, 2 to 3 minutes to complete a set, where normally, a set lasts about 45 seconds. So you do your 10 reps, and then you stay under the bar, and you have to do lots of deep breathing before your additional ones, and you just go until you finish it, which can take, I think for most people 2 to 3 minutes, but it could take more than that if you need a rest. But basically it places you under, your time under tension is huge. Usually, when you're weightlifting, most sets last about 45 seconds. In this program, you're under tension for 2 to 3 minutes, and it's a load over your whole body. And basically, apparently what it does is it just triggers your body to go into survival growth mode, and you add 5 pounds of weight to your workout every time. So this is an unsustainable workout for longer than 6 weeks. It's supposed to be brutal, and you have to eat a lot when you're not training, but apparently it works wonders. And I feel like I'm at the right stage right now. So on all my lifts, I'm in the intermediate phase, basically. Finally, I progressed to be an intermediate in terms of the benchmarks of the weight that I'm lifting, comfortably in the intermediate range. So this seems like the right time to do this kind of mass building program. That I have some core strength, but I'm still definitely in the beginner stage. So I still kind of have maximal gains from this kind of activity. So I do want to document that, because it's, apparently this like insane program, and I just want to see it. There's a channel I really like, this guy Ivan Dvorak, or I'm not really sure how to pronounce his name. It's a Serbian name, but his channel is squat every day. So he basically squats every single day. So I kind of want to document it in that style, you know, maybe week by week. I'll probably do that at the gym at my workplace instead of my regular gym, because I can film in there with some privacy. So not your typical update from me, but I hope you enjoyed it. I think showing those pictures, you can see what maybe, you know, if you pick up lifting, that's the kind of progress you can anticipate if you know, over a few months basically. So yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'll do some actual hobby updating soon, as soon as I get my shit together. So probably won't see you until the new year, but have a good one. I've been really bad about watching videos and commenting and replying to comments, so I do apologize for that. I'm gonna try and get it together, but otherwise, see you in the next one, and have a good rest of your year.